Uh, Good morning, students. Today we will do chapter 9 assembly language programming. So, let's start the topic. So, what is assembly language? So, assembly language is fully hardware related programming language that we use in 8051 microcontroller. So, whenever we are using assembly language, then a programmer should know all the hardware details of the processor or controller before writing the program, because if we are what pin we will be using, we will write in the program. Suppose we want to use any input pin, suppose 24 pin as an input, then we have to mention that in our program also, the program that we write in assembly language. So we can say that if we know the complete hardware of a processor, then and then only we can write proper program in a right way. So basically, if we talk about assembly language, is basically a language of mnemonics. Mnemonics means the short form of some words that are called mnemonics. Suppose we want to do addition, then we use a double d. So a double d is a type of mnemonic. So we can say that assembly language is a programming language that uses mnemonics, and user if the any user know the instructions properly, then and then only the programming can be done. Now let us see how any assembly language programming is basically used, or they can be what is the process that is to be followed to be, so that the program can be uh, uploaded in the microcontroller. So when you first of all, when you write any assembly language program, the extension that you write will be your ASM file, that is the short form of assembly, and that is called your source file. Basically you will write your program in a source file with the extension ASM, that stands for assembly language file. Then this file will be fed to the assembler, and the input of assembler is .asm file, and it produces object file. That object file is fed to the linker, and the linker produces executable file, that is .exe extension, executable file. So this is the process. Means in assembly language programming, first assembly file is converted into object file using assembler, then to execution file through a linker, and then it is uploaded in the microcontroller. So let's talk about for writing any assembly language program, some rules are to be followed. First of all, the assembly code that we write, that should be written in uppercase letters. We can't use lowercase letters. We have to write uppercase letters. We have to write add like this, and if we write add and like this, it will be wrong. So we have to use all the uppercase letters. Then the second is that the label that we use for assembly language programming, that should be followed by label. That should be followed by colon. If we write any label, then we have to put colon also after that. Then it will indicate that it is a label. And all the symbols and labels must begin with the letter. We cannot write or use any symbol or label that is starting from any number. It should start with the letter. Any symbol or label that should start with any type of letter, but we cannot use any number in the starting. That is not allowed for assembly language programming. Then all comments that we want to type, that will be in lowercase letter we write, and the last line of the program will be your end directive. How the program is ended, that is indicated by end directive, that is used in uppercase letters. Now let's talk about assembler directives. So what are assembler directives? Basically these are the directive, or you can say the directions that are given to CPU. So whatever instruction we will write, accordingly the CPU will execute that instructions. So these are the basically assembler directives that directs the CPU how the program is to be executed. So main directive that we use are, first is your ORG, that indicates the origin or start of the program. Then this is DB, means define byte, EQU and END. These are assembler directives that are used for writing assembly language program. And let us see some examples of assembler directive. First is your EQU, that is equivalent. The equivalent directive is used to equate the address of a variable. For example, we write here register equal 09H, means the value of register will be equal to 09H, right? So any register will be having value 09H. So it is equating or telling the equal value. Then end directive is used to indicate the end of the program. So whenever we write any program, in the last we have to write end, that indicates that the program has ended. Now let us talk about structure of assembly language, how we use it. So basically whenever we write any assembly language program, so we use our program in a series of lines. We have so many lines in the continuous fashion. After one line, another line, we write like this. The second thing is the program that we write in mnemonics. And mnemonics will indicate, basically these are the commands to CPU, and some operands are also used, means some data values are also used within the instruction. So whenever we write an assembly language program, we use mnemonics and operands for writing any program. Let's see one example of assembly language program. So assembly language program starts with origin command, means it indicates the start of the program. It is indicating org0h, means it is starting the origin of the program, or the starting address of the program is 0h, means it is starting from 0h location, address is 0. So in the next instruction we are moving R5, we are moving 25H data in the register R5. In this instruction we are moving 34H data in the R7 register. So this symbol basically hash, this is indicating the data, right? This is the number which will be having hash before it, means this is indicating data. So next we are moving 0 data in A register. Then we are adding R5 and A. In R5 we are having 25, and when it is in A we are having 0. When these are added, 25 plus 0 will be 25. So total result will be stored in, where it will be stored? It will be stored in the accumulator. So all the results of any arithmetic instructions that are added in accumulator. Then now accumulator will be having 25. The next instruction is add A comma R7. So R7 is having 34 and A is having 25 now. It will store the recent value. So these both values will be added, right? So now in the accumulator the value will be 59, right? In accumulator value will be 59. And after that, so the accumulator value is now 25 plus 34 means 59. Now in this instruction, accumulator value will be 59. In this we are adding again 12H data. So this addition will be stored in the accumulator. This will be stored in the accumulator. So next instruction is sjump here. So here is a label, and label should have colon with this. We have seen just now that any label will have this type of column. It is indicating the column. So it will jump here, and it will stay in this loop, and for ending the program we write here end. So this is the programming language. In this way we write an assembly language program.